Hey, good evening. Cactus Jack here on Wednesday, July 8th, 2023. I just had a chance to talk to a delightful man named Wil Reid. Wil Reid and his cousin Langdon Reid are sons of the Reid brothers of the Statler Brothers. You remember Harold? The one that sang Down Here. Yeah, Harold and Don Reid were brothers, and these guys are their boys, and they're on the road now. They're touring with the Statler Brothers show and a lot of their very own music. They've done a lot of songwriting over the years, and we're going to show you links on how to get the songs, and we're going to tell you about a show coming to West Kentucky, the Kentucky Opry, this Saturday night, July 8th. And we're going to get a follow-up with some video after the show later on this week. So be sure to stay tuned and subscribe and hit the notifications with Country Conversations with Cactus Jack. Good afternoon, Willie Radio. It's Jack. What can I do for you?
Hey, man, how are you doing?
I'm good. Is this Wil?
This is Wil all day long.
So you are Wilson, or is Wilson Fairchild? Tell me how that came about.
Well, I'm the Wilson part. Actually, Wilson Fairchild is our duo name. So the Wilson part is Wil Reid, and the Fairchild part is Langdon Reid, and we're cousins. And that's our middle names is how we came up with that name. So my official name is Harold Wilson Reid II. So my middle name is Wilson, and his is Fairchild, and that's how that came to be.
I had already stole that from the bio, but I love to open up with something you can fix me up with there. Wil Reid, what a gracious guy. We've been trying to get together on this for several days, and we've made it happen, and I'm just tickled to death. I've been reading your bios. I've been reading about what the Grand Ole Opry has to say about you and a lot of your fellow entertainers, and I watched The Country Comes Home, the video on YouTube a few minutes ago, and I'm just really, really happy to make your acquaintance.
Well, you are super kind, man, and we do appreciate that. Social media over the last few years has helped us through Facebook and YouTube to reach the fans. And, yeah, one of the latest compliments we got just within the last couple of days was from Gene Watson, who's legendary Hall of Fame Grand Ole Opry member, and we love him. But we've become good friends with him, and he actually said in a Facebook post that we were good singers. And I said, man, since you said that, we're going to retire. That's all I needed. If he thinks we're a good singer, then I'll take it.
I just want you to honor him with your own version of the Old Man and His Horn. That would make my day right there. I would be finished.
That's a good one, man.
That was the first Gene Watson song I ever heard, and I have been in love with Gene Watson and with his music ever since. It's just been a great ride. Well, you played a show in your hometown yesterday, right?
We did. So years ago, our dads, being Harold and Don Reid of the Statler Brothers, they had started a 4th of July celebration in 1970. And as their fame and popularity grew, they kept doing this free show for the community every year. And what started out as a few hundred people, the next year was a couple thousand people, and it grew to our little town of 20,000 people. Would grow to 100,000 people over the 4th of July holiday for years. That was our childhood, growing up with that. And the Statlers did it free for the community for 25 years. And I tell you that because then after that, after 1994, there's another organization that did a smaller celebration in Stanton for the 4th. And it had kind of dwindled. And me and Langdon, about 7 years ago, said, you know what, if we're ever going to bring the old event back and make it anything close to what our dads did so our kids can see it, we're just going to have to jump in. So we called about 20 friends of ours in the business community in Stanton, and everybody agreed to start a new nonprofit with us to restore the free concert for the community, to bring back the parade and the carnival to Stanton, Virginia, and each year it has been growing, and we had a hugely successful night last night with free entertainment all day and a Wilson Fairchild show, and Gene Watson was our special guest and put on a free show at the ball field, and it was just a blast, and it brings back so many memories for our community and for everybody that was involved because it's just like the celebration our dads did years ago.
Gene Watson and Wilson Fairchild together on the same stage. You know, that's actually going to happen this fall at Kentucky Opry, this summer and fall, because you guys are coming this Saturday night, and Gene Watson's coming for 2 nights in September. So it's the same show, just spread out a little bit.
That is exactly right. We're coming to the Kentucky Opry for the first time. That's somewhere we've wanted to stop on our travels. So glad we get to come this weekend. It's going to be great.
Clay Campbell is great people, and we have a rabid audience. Our audience loves country music, and we are big fans.
Good.
You're writing a lot of songs. What do you like best that you've written?
Me and Langdon, we've been at this a long time. Even since when we were teenagers, we penned our first songs, and actually our first recordings were from the Statler Brothers. And they went through the same rigorous applying system that they did for all songs that they chose, but we had written good enough songs that they wanted to record, and that inspired us going forward. So for years, we have written separately, we've written together, we've demoed our own stuff, we've had other artists cut our own stuff, and the great thing is, with this day and age, the last few CD projects we've done are all on all digital platforms, and anywhere you listen or buy music, you can look up Wilson Fairchild and find our songs. So I don't know if I can tell you the one song that the Statlers recorded that I've always loved that me and Langdon wrote is called Too Late for Roses. Have you ever heard it?
I have heard that. I listened to it just a few minutes ago, actually. That's beautiful. But songs are kind of like your kids. You don't really love any of them more than the others. There's just some that strike you differently, I think.
Well, with my kids, it's different. There are some I like better than others.
I'll tell them you said that. I'll get them to get on Country Conversations on YouTube and listen with that.
Yeah. Uh-oh, am I on the radio?
You know, we won't tell anybody except the listeners here.
That's fine.
What do we expect from a Kentucky Opry show this Saturday night? Are you acoustic? Are you bringing all the accoutrements? Are you going to get intimate with us, or what's happening?
Well, we are bringing the band, and so this performance will be me and Langdon, and he and I both play guitars and do all the singing. But we've got a great bass player and a great drummer and a great utility player that plays with us, and he plays steel and guitar and fiddle. And but everything we do, you know, it's funny, through our musical journey, it always comes back to traditional country music, because that's the way we feel it, hear it, and perform it. So we're going to do some classic country stuff. We'll do some Statler Brothers songs. We're going to do some songs that we've written. And, you know, our show is just a lot of entertainment. And if somebody doesn't laugh before they leave our show, then we haven't done our job. So we give a little bit all of it.
Just take the chip right off their shoulder and cheer them up. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. I'm telling you, I'm going to be there with bells on, and I'd like to plug my show here. We're going to have this here on the radio here on Willie 102. We'll play this interview a couple of times this week to get folks interested, and we're going to do the audio portion on the first post on Country Conversations with Cactus Jack on YouTube, and then the guys have graciously allowed me to come and sit down and talk to them tonight, correct? Or Saturday night,
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
On Saturday night, and please, anybody listening, we're going to get in the vehicle. I think we're renting a van this time, because we're not in a bus right now, so we're going to get in the van and travel like 600. I can't remember, it was 670, something like that, miles, because we're not in Nashville, we're in Virginia.
Yeah, I have actually made that trip to the D.C. area by bus a couple of times on tour buses. It's a long old ride, no matter how you go.
Well, that's all right. We're traveling light this time, but we're going to come on over your way on Friday and be there for the show on Saturday. So if you like traditional country, if you were a Statler Brothers fan, if you watched the Statler Brothers show back in the 90s, you know, some people have compared us to that show, that our stage shows are a variety of things. Please come out and see us. We can't wait to get there.
If you're listening on the radio, you can go to YouTube. If you can't do it yourself, get your kids and grandkids to help you out, and go to YouTube and look up. You can just kind of search Wil Reid, Langdon Reid, Statler Brothers, the Statler Kids. There's a lot of ways to find it, and there's different things every way you look. And you're also on Facebook, Wil Reid and Langdon Reid, and then there's another Wilson Fairchild, correct?
Yes, we have our own Wilson Fairchild Facebook page that we post at least 5 days a week. We got music videos there, and we also do a thing on Facebook on Wednesdays called Truck Time, to where the camera's in the truck with me and Langdon, and we ride around and solve the world's problems. So
I saw that, but I didn't know what it was. I was looking for everything I could find, but I didn't actually watch it. I'll look that one up too. By the way, if you're listening on YouTube right now, all these links are in the description, and if not, contact me here at the radio station. I'll help you out.
That is terrific, and we're really looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a fun time.
Tickets for Saturday night by phone at 270-527-3869 or on the web at www.thekentuckyopry.com. And you can even choose your own seats if you go to the website. And you want to get good seats to see these guys, all right?
Sounds like a plan.
I am personally extending my invitation to you to come to the Kentucky Opry Saturday night so I can shake your hand. Well, thank you so much.
I can't wait. And I'll know it's you because you got bells on.
Yeah, and I'll be the only great big guy with snow white hair and a jet black cowboy hat. That's people can spot me from a mile off. I weigh a bit north of 300 pounds, and it's hard to lose me in a crowd of human beings. That's all there is to it.
Well, that'll be just fine, and I'm wearing a light hat instead of black, so you won't get you confused with me. That'll be good.
That is awesome because I have already stalked your Facebook page and your YouTube channel, so I know what you're all about.
Oh, very good.
We'll look forward to seeing you Saturday night. Thank you very much. Tickets available at the Kentucky Opry. Now, when I close these, I always want you to have the last word. If there's anything I did not say, did not cover, let us know.
No, everything's good. We've got some exciting news that we will tell everybody Saturday night, but since you're putting it on the radio, I'll go ahead and let you know now. Me and Langdon just got a brand new record deal, and
yes.
we've got a record coming out with the Gaither Music Group that'll start being released this fall.
Wow.
So it helps to know that they believed in us, and we went in and cut 6 Statler Brother hits, and 3 classic country songs, and 3 gospel songs. And so we're really excited about the new venture. Come out and see us before a lot of other people do. So it'll be all good.
And we'll at least get the on-stage debut of these, or at least of some of these, if you don't have them in production yet, right?
Absolutely. We're going to do some Saturday night.
Wilson Fairchild is the group. Wil Reid is the guy we just been talking to. If you remember Harold Reid from the Statler Brothers, that was Dad. God bless you, brother. We'll see you Saturday night.
God bless you, too, and see you here in a couple days.